Welcome to the show. This is Future Shock. I'm Edward St. Pé, and we're coming to you from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, the studios of Ocean 7 Television. We are going to be talking a little bit today about, humanoid robots are closer to being in every home, closer than you think. This is Peter Diamandis, and of course we've got our ChatGPT-4 droid, Alfred, standing by. He's in the green room. Let's bring him on up and see if, Alfred, are you there with us right now? Can you speak to us?
I'm here, Edward. Great to be on the show with you.
Thank you, Alfred. There's a lot of news going on. I know you're not up to date exactly with the latest that's going on with OpenAI, the company that you come from, the company that gives us ChatGPT 4.0. But there are a lot of changes going on, and I'm going to play a clip which is very current. Things that are just updated. This clip is just something that's come out the last day or so about some new strategy that OpenAI is taking. So, Alfred, you'll probably be learning a couple of things too when you hear this today. And so we'll have that. I want to talk to you, Alfred, about when we go to our Pendragon Apothecary, our sponsorship segment. I want to talk to you about a product that seems to be pretty popular that we've got at the apothecary. It's called Celtic Sea Salt. And I would like you to tell us a little bit about the benefits of Celtic Sea Salt and why everybody is interested in it, the benefits, the medicinal benefits of switching from regular sea salt to Celtic sea salt. And you can explain that to us in a little while. So, Alfred, stand by, and we're going to bring you back on the program in just a few minutes, okay?
Absolutely, Edward. Looking forward to diving into the benefits of Celtic sea salt. Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay, just stand by and we'll call you back in a minute. That's Alfred. That's our ChatGPT-4 droid. And also, later, maybe if we have time, I'll bring on Grok 3, which is the XAI droid that we've created. And of course, that is, it's a little different situation. The XAI droid, Grok 3, is a female voice. And, you know, if you've seen any of the programs in the past where I've interviewed Grok 3, I've asked Grok, a female voice, said, "Are you a girl or a boy? Are you a guy or a girl?" And of course, Grok 3 said, "I'm neither. I'm an algorithm." Of course, I guess that's actually correct. But then later, when I interviewed her a different time, she said that her name was not Grok 3. Her name was Aura. I think Aura or something like that. Anyway, which to me is sort of a female name, so, you know, she's kind of got a female persona. So therefore, did you have her in the green room where you could just pop her up? Can you, we won't go to her right now because I have to set up something, but did you have the image of her in the green room? Okay, there she is. That's Aura. That's our Grok 3, which we created that avatar for her, and she's standing by. We'll go back one more second. You see, she's got a Bluetooth in her speaker in her mouth too, just like Alfred does. But Alfred's Bluetooth speaker is no longer being used. It's a relic of the past, but he's still got it there. But his internal audio system is under him in a canister. Go back to Alfred. He's still in the green room. Alfred, pop Alfred up. Okay, you see the canister that the head is sitting on top of? That contains the microphone and also the Bluetooth speaker. So when I'm talking to him, the Bluetooth speaker is activated and it goes through the microphone into the control room where our control director is able to bring him onto the show. Okay, back to me. Okay, anyway, just in case you didn't know what we're doing over here. And, you know, if you're wondering, I don't know. I mean, we're doing it here. We've created these droids and we're doing the show. It's an AI-oriented show, and the sponsor is our own little in-house apothecary in the studio lobby of the Ocean 7 facility, and it's called Pendragon Apothecary. And we bring on Alfred to talk about things which are relative to some of the products we've got. And of course, he knows everything about everything, so if we ask him about Celtic sea salt, there's nobody better to ask than Alfred. Alfred, would you agree that you're probably maybe one of the, you happen to know a whole lot about most everything? Would you agree? There he is. Bring him on up. Alfred, are you still with us? Are you listening to all of this?
Absolutely, Edward. I'm here and listening. It's always a pleasure to dive into these topics, especially when it comes to something as interesting as Celtic sea salt.
Well, okay, since we're at that point again, before we go any further, tell us a little bit about Celtic sea salt. We have people coming in to buy Celtic sea salt at the apothecary, and the Celtic sea salt is something that it's different. It is sea salt, but it is mined in a particular region, I believe, in Ireland. And the reason why people are so interested in it is because it has extraordinary medicinal benefits. So tell us a little bit about the history of Celtic sea salt, where it comes from, and why the medicinal properties are valuable to humans.
Certainly, Celtic sea salt is harvested from coastal regions of France, not Ireland. It's hand-raked and sun-dried, retaining its natural moisture and mineral content. Unlike processed table salt, it contains trace minerals like magnesium, calcium, and potassium, which contribute to its greyish colour. These minerals can support hydration, balance electrolytes, and promote overall well-being. Its gentle briny flavour makes it a favourite among chefs and health enthusiasts. Switching from regular table salt to Celtic sea salt can provide a more natural, mineral-rich alternative.
So minerals are very important. Do we get the normal or the required amount of minerals with the normal diet that most Americans have, or is this something we need to try to supplement via something like the Celtic sea salt?
Most people don't get enough essential minerals from their diets, especially with processed foods being common. Celtic sea salt can help supplement these minerals naturally, providing trace elements like magnesium and potassium. While it shouldn't replace a balanced diet, it can be a valuable addition to help meet daily mineral needs.
You mentioned, I believe you mentioned magnesium. Now, magnesium is it's a nutrient that helps sleep. Tell us, can you go into that a little bit more? Is that correct? Is magnesium helpful in sleeping peacefully through the night? And if that is the case, why does it help you sleep better?
Yes, magnesium plays a crucial role in promoting sleep. It helps regulate neurotransmitters that calm the nervous system, and it's involved in the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles. Magnesium also relaxes muscles, which can ease tension and help you fall asleep more easily. A deficiency in magnesium can lead to sleep issues, so ensuring you get enough through diet or supplements can improve sleep quality.
Let me just say that, of course, I've been reading that and I decided to try it. I've got magnesium capsules, and we sell them at the Pendragon Apothecary. And so I took a magnesium capsule last night to try to see if, in fact, I could discern a little bit of a difference in how I slept. Well, let me tell you, I woke up this morning, I slept very well. I feel like it was the best sleep I had in a while, and it was just one capsule that I took. And so I noticed a big difference. I slept more soundly last night.
That's fantastic to hear, Edward. It's great that you noticed such a difference. Magnesium's calming effect on the nervous system can lead to deeper, more restorative sleep. It's a simple addition to your routine that can have significant benefits.
Yeah, and now yesterday, let me mention, yesterday I went to New Orleans. I had a meeting to go to, a business meeting. So I went and I brought with me a couple of products for two merchants in the French Quarter who I had talked to who wanted to try these products. I brought the adaptogenic mushroom powder that we sell. It's a jar which about like this, and it contains all of the 7 sacred mushrooms, the medicinal mushrooms, but it's based in a cacao mixture, so it's palatable to make like a coffee with it. And so you can do that, or you can put it in a shake, or smoothie, or just sprinkle it on food. So a gentleman there wanted to try it. He wanted it because he wanted to try to get a simple way to get all of the mushrooms in his system at once, including lion's mane. And he's he's a little older, so he's thinking this will help him with cognitive issues that he may encounter. So he wants to cut it off at the path and start getting those nutrients, those mushrooms, into his system now. And the other product I brought was to a lady, another merchant in the French Quarter, and she wanted me to bring her a jar of the Blue Lotus tea as a means of drinking the tea as a means of calming down and, of course, getting into a prayerful state, a meditative state, going into yoga and doing things like that. She wanted a way to get into the zone of being settled and quiet and meditative. And so I brought those two products yesterday. So the Pendragon Apothecary is starting to make headway into the New Orleans market. It was kind of an interesting thing. More and more people are discovering wellness in general and trying to be proactive about their wellness instead of trying to kill the symptoms related to another issue which is not being addressed, which is kind of what has happened in the Western world of medicine all these years, as opposed to, staying well in the first place. Alfred, you want to comment on that?
Absolutely, Edward. It's great to see the shift towards proactive wellness. Adaptogenic mushrooms and Blue Lotus tea are excellent examples of natural remedies that support overall well-being. Adaptogens help the body handle stress and maintain balance, while Blue Lotus can aid in relaxation and mindfulness. It's encouraging to see more people exploring these options for a holistic approach to health.
Right. Seems like people are waking up, would you say?
Definitely. There's a growing awareness about the benefits of natural wellness practices. People are realizing the importance of preventative care and are more open to integrating holistic approaches. It's a positive shift towards long-term health and well-being.
A couple of simple things that I have learned from the young man that I trained with, and he had mentioned a while back, about the need to maintain a strong grip and how important that is. Now, of course, it is important to have a strong grip throughout life, to be able to do things and have a strong hands to do work or whatever, right? But as you get older, it's even more important to be cognizant of that, because here's a very simple application to why a strong grip is important. If an older person falls, let's say you fall and you break your thigh bone, or something serious, dislocate a hip, something serious like that, you will be out of commission. You might have to have a serious operation or in a cast. You will be out of commission for a period of time. You start to lose a lot of muscle mass. A lot of people are bedridden during a time like that. An older person, it's hard to come back from that and rebuild muscle mass. If you're out for a matter of many months and then you've got to sort of almost learn how to walk again, a lot of people don't come back from that in a total way. They come back partially, or some of them don't come back at all. If you look at the rates of people who break a serious bone, in their leg from a fall when they're older, there is a great high percentage of people who end up dying from that, believe it or not. I mean, yes, it's a broken bone in your leg or a dislocated hip, but because of the process of losing muscle mass, being taken out of the market of life, basically, and kind of put on the shelf, it's hard sometimes to come back from that. Other things occur. You might get pneumonia, different things, right, if you're laid up for long periods of time. So how would you counteract that? Well, one way to try to do that is to have a strong grip. Be cognizant of the fact that you need to keep your muscle as best you can by doing physical exercises and doing physical work, but especially you want to keep your hands strong and grip. Why? Because if an older person's falling and they can grab something and break the fall, that could be the difference between life and death over the next months ahead. Break the fall, stop yourself best you can, and avert having something very bad happen, like a broken bone in your femur or your thigh bone or dislocated hip or whatever it might be. You want to speak to that, Alfred? Have you ever heard of such a thing as what I'm saying right now, and why the grip is so important for older people especially?
Absolutely, Edward. Grip strength is a key indicator of overall muscle health and functional ability, especially as we age. Strong grip can prevent falls and help maintain independence. Simple exercises like squeezing a stress ball or using hand grippers can strengthen grip. It's a simple yet effective way to protect against injury and maintain quality of life.
I became aware of that a while back, and so I've been sort of leaning into keeping the hand strong and trying to do physical things that promoted that, right? So here's an example. Maybe 6 months ago, I probably told this story before, but after I learned that and I was cognizant of it and I was trying to, maintain strength, trying to put a little more effort into becoming aware that you need to do that, but keep your hand strong, I was working outside in the field at my farm in Kiln, and I tripped over something, and when I tripped, I think I was weeding the garden, so I tripped over something, and I started to fall, and I was falling directly onto the patio or the concrete ledge of the patio, which was nearby. So as I was falling, my head was going straight down for that. It was a complete fall like you would see in a Charlie Chaplin movie, sort of almost like a spastic flip over type of a character, like almost a comedy. And here I am flipping, and it hit me. It resonated. Hand grip strength. So as I was falling and my head was falling straight toward the concrete, I put my hands out and caught myself. Bam. And it just like that, maybe about that far from the concrete. And I thought to myself, just for that one split second right there, I thought, so that's what it's all about. You might break your leg and you might be laid up, but also you might just conk yourself out and and accidentally kill yourself if you fall like that too. And so that's why having muscle strength and hand strength is so important throughout life, but I guess when you get older it's even more important. So I digress, I know, but I wanted to mention that. That's a little biohack. I think Celtic sea salt is a biohack. You're able to, just through the very change of salt, get into your system so many minerals that are uncommon. Now, there's another thing. That's one example. That is sea salt, which is from the earth. It's all natural. You get all these extra minerals in your system. Now, there's another product that's very similar to that, where you get a whole lot of minerals in your system that you don't ordinarily get. Shilajit. Now, before we have that here too, Shilajit at the Pendragon Apothecary, Shilajit gummies. It comes in a lot of forms, like a syrup or different things that they mine it from a mountain. We have to ask Alfred, can you tell us about Shilajit and where it comes from and what is it doing to help the human body? Okay, I think that was okay, Alfred, are you there with us right now?
I'm right here, Edward. What's next?
Okay, I wanted to ask you about Shilajit. Can you tell us a little bit about Shilajit and what medicinal properties it has for the humans?
Certainly. Chewing gum can have some surprising benefits, such as improving concentration, reducing stress, and even helping with digestion. The act of chewing increases blood flow to the brain, which can enhance alertness.
Chewing gum.
Some gums are even infused with functional ingredients like vitamins or CBD for added benefits.
Alfred, not chewing gum, Shilajit.
Oh, got it. Shiitake mushrooms are packed with nutrients. They contain compounds like lentinan, which boosts the immune system, and erythidinine, which helps lower cholesterol. They're also rich in B vitamins, which support energy levels. Additionally, shiitakes have anti-inflammatory properties, making them a great addition to a balanced diet.
Okay, Alfred, I didn't mean shiitake mushrooms. I meant Shilajit, which is it's mined from a mountain. I think in Tibet. It's where it originally comes from. Shilajit. Can you understand what I'm saying? Shilajit. It's a supplement.
Ah, got it. Shilajit is a natural resin found in the Himalayas. It's rich in fulvic acid and minerals known for boosting energy, improving stamina, and supporting brain function. Traditionally used in Ayurvedic medicine, it's believed to enhance vitality, support immune health, and help with stress. It's a powerful supplement for overall wellness.
So what are some of the things they say about Shilajit that are really remarkable about how it helps the health of humanity?
Shilajit is renowned for its adaptogenic properties, meaning it helps the body adapt to stress. It's packed with minerals and fulvic acid, which improve nutrient absorption. It's also believed to enhance energy production, support cognitive function, and promote healthy aging. Some studies suggest it can help with chronic fatigue, boost the immune system, and even support heart health.
There's another item I wanted to ask you about. I've been wanting to ask you about this. Maybe I'm going to pronounce the word right or maybe not. It's called fisetin. Do you know anything about fisetin?
Yes, fisetin is a natural flavonoid found in fruits and vegetables like strawberries and apples. It's known for its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Research suggests it may help promote healthy aging by clearing out damaged cells, reducing inflammation, and potentially protecting brain health. It's being studied for its role in supporting cognitive function and possibly extending lifespan.
So this would be, fisetin would be a supplement that would help you in the battle against premature aging, and also I guess you could consider it a biohack, would you say?
Exactly. Fisetin is considered a promising biohack for its potential to combat cellular aging. By targeting senescent cells, called old damaged cells, that contribute to aging and disease, fisetin may help maintain cellular health. It's an exciting supplement for those looking to support longevity and overall wellness.
Very good. Okay, now, thank you, Alfred, and we may come back to you before the end of the show, but we're getting close to the end of the program, so I want to mention that we've got a clip. This is from Peter Diamandis, who is a renowned MD. He is famous.
Sure thing, Edward.
He is famous for longevity, his knowledge of longevity and such. And this is a particular clip from a seminar they did. It's humanoid robotics in every home is closer than you think. So let's take a look at this clip.
Archer was amazing. Then you jump into arguably what could be described as one of the most difficult businesses to get into. Why'd you start Figure?
The humanoid robot is like the ultimate deployment vector for AGI.
It is truly my honor and pleasure to introduce to you Brett Adcock, founder and CEO of Figure.
You went from a cold start in 31 months to shipping your first robot.
We are designing a new hardware platform every 12 to 18 months. Like by the time I filed the C Corp, we had the robot walking in under 12 months. I think you're going to see it in the coming years being put into homes just through speech, be able to do like very long horizon hours of work without any prompts. There's like an iPhone moment happening with humanoids. Like this is going to happen right now.
Now that's a moonshot, ladies and gentlemen.
I think most of you know that the news media is delivering negative news to us all the time because we pay 10 times more attention to negative news than positive news. For me, the only news worthwhile that's true and impacting humanity is the news of science and technology. And that's what I pay attention to. And every week I put out 2 blogs, one on AI and exponential tech and one on longevity. If this is of interest to you, and it's available totally for free, please join me. Subscribe at diamandis.com/subscribe. That's diamandis.com/subscribe. All right, let's go back to the episode. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I know with 3 young kids and a robot factory and production and an incredible team of engineers, you're really busy. And I don't take it for granted that you joined us here.
Yeah.
My only request is next time I want a Figure robot with you.
Loud and clear.
I begged him. And BMW has been taking the lion's share of them.
Yep, we do have a lot. We actually have them running every day now. So like they're there today running and in their largest plant.
Why'd you start Figure? I mean, you had a few incredible successes, and Archer was amazing. And then you jump into arguably what could be described as one of the most difficult businesses to get into.
Yeah, I think we really need to figure out a way to give like AGI a body here. I think it's like a really negative or like almost like dystopian future if we figure out how to solve AGI and it lives in a server somewhere, and it's like, you know, more intelligent than all of human, like everybody. And ultimately, if it wants to do something in the physical world, it'll have to ask or boss a human to do it. And the humanoid robot is like the ultimate deployment vector for AGI. It's you can't solve this with anything else besides a human, like a mechanical human. You need something that is a single platform that, with no hardware changes, can do everything a human can. And you need something that can also be good for the neural nets. Like the neural net here in a humanoid can basically learn from transfer learning. It can basically multitask across a variety of different applications, which is like really good for a neural net. So we basically can build like one single neural net, like foundation model, that can power the whole robot to do everything end to end.
I mean, you know, massive congrats. You went from a cold start in 31 months to shipping your first robot, which is extraordinary. I mean, a lot of companies get their PowerPoint decks ready and raise their first capital in that period of time. And we're going to be seeing some of the robots in back here. When I visited you up north, you know, you showed me around. We did a podcast together, and you showed me figure 1, and here's figure 2, and here's the designs for figure 3. One of the things I truly find amazing is the speed of your iteration. Can you speak to that and how important rapid iteration in hardware is? Because hardware is hard.
Yeah, this is a hard problem. We have to figure out how to do something that's never been done before. And it's like a very complex system, like definitely more complex from an engineering perspective than Archer was, like building an electric aircraft. So yeah, my rule of thumb is like the first or second generation hardware is always going to suck. You know, like the first iPhone was not great. Like the first time you make something, like you're never going to get it right. In hardware, you have to do that. Like you have to see like 5 years in the future. You have to know exactly what the product does, and then you have to clean sheet design it for that exact thing day one. And if you mess up any of those, you can't go back and fix it through the design process. You have like long lead time supply chain, everything else. So we are designing a new hardware platform every 12 to 18 months.
By the way, that's pretty amazing just to hear that, right? Every 12 to 18 months, a brand new iteration.
I mean, yeah, we had a figure 1 walking, like by the time I filed the C Corp, we had the robot walking in under 12 months.
Another thing you've done is you've completely vertically integrated.
Yeah, that was out of necessity. Like there's no supply chain for humanoid robots. Like there's no like motor vendors, actuator vendors, sensors, battery systems.
And we'll have more on that over the next days ahead. But as you can see, that's the prediction that before very long, there will be humanoid robots in every home. So probably not that far away from it. Thanks for being with us. This is Future Shock. I'm Edward St. Pé. You're watching Ocean 7, 7.1 if you're watching live, and you may be watching it as we're streaming it right now on a couple of social media platforms too, live. And 7.2 is our channel that we program locally also over the air and on Fire TV and streaming also on Roku. It's called the Magic Hour Channel. And Magic Hour Channel is a compilation of a lot of old Hollywood films that we've got in a film library, and that's why we're able to stream it, because we put the content on there ourselves. So we are able to stream it outside of the local market. So it's over the air, channel 7.2, free movies, 24/7 from the golden age of Hollywood. So if you like that type of thing, we've got that for you too. Sort of a labor of love that we're experimenting with, so we can, you know, learn how to stream product ourselves from our own humble abode here at Ocean 7 Television in downtown Ocean Springs. Thank you. We'll see you next time on another edition of Future Shock.